What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're taking a look at the Brinyte A02 Apollo flashlight. This is a mini keychain style flashlight. It was provided to me by Brinyte to take a look at. It is available on Amazon for only $23, so I'll be sure to leave a link down in the description if you're interested in picking this one up. Always make sure to check for those coupons on Amazon. Right now there's a 5% off coupon, but you have to make sure to check the box before adding it to your cart. Now, being that it's a keychain style flashlight, it is going to be ultra compact, as you can see. We're looking at 2.06 inches in length, 0.71 inches in width, only 0.34 inches thick, and then with that battery installed, weighs 0.49 ounces. So this is smaller than a lot of our USB flash drives, ultra compact just like you'd like for a keychain style light. Now, despite its small size, pretty impressive output. In its high mode, we're getting 125 lumens. Also a really impressive runtime off of that high mode for such a small light, I thought. It has 4 different modes plus a lockout mode. There is memory as well, so we'll see that in a minute. We just turned it off in the high mode. When we turn it back on, it's going to go back on in the high mode. All being powered by a 3.7 volt, 150 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. Now that battery is non-replaceable, however it is USB-C rechargeable, as you can see that port here on the side. In the box it does come with a USB to USB-C cable for charging. Small indicator light next to that port turns green once it's fully charged. In addition to the light and the cable, we also get a small keychain attachment so you can quickly clip this on and off of your key ring. You can obviously attach the key ring directly to this lanyard slot here at the back, or keychain slot at the back, but it's going to make it a little bit more cumbersome to add and remove from your keychain if you typically use this off of your keychain. If you're going to leave the keys attached anyway, you might be able to save a little bit of space by skipping out on that key ring and attaching it directly to your split ring. Now, this is IP66 Waterproof, which equates to rainproof and splashproof. This is not submersible. In fact, if you submerge this, water is going to go directly into that port and eventually destroy the flashlight. So not submersible, but will be okay in a rainstorm or just quick splashes. 1.5 meter impact resistance, which is typically where the distance we're going to be dropping our keychain from anyway, about waist level for the most part. And that's typically what we see with a lot of flashlights as well, even full-size flashlights. Now, the user interface on this is really easy, but I do find it to be pretty feature-rich. Nice that it has the lockout mode. You can access that by pressing the side switch 3 times. You can see that switch is slightly recessed into the handle, so it's not that easy to accidentally press, but it's not impossible either. So really nice to have that lockout mode to keep you from depleting your battery and not having it when you need it. Now, the rest of the operation is super simple. Our 3 main modes are accessed by a single click. You can see that it does have that memory mode, so we left it in high and it goes on in that high, which is again 125 lumens, and it'll last there for 55 minutes, which was one of the most impressive things about this light to me. Not a huge step down or anything like that. It's able to maintain this high mode. Now, in order to cycle through them, you just hold the button. One kind of weird quirky thing about it is it only cycles up to high. When you hold that button, it went back to low. So when we go into our memory mode, it's going to turn back on in low, but you can't just cycle right back to low. You have to turn it back on. And so now we're in our low mode. This is the equivalent of a moonlight or firefly mode on a lot of flashlights at only 2 lumens, but you're getting 1320 minutes of runtime on this mode. And now if we hold it, we'll cycle into our next mode, which is of course going to be our medium, and that one is 30 lumens for 100 minutes. And then we have our big step up, of course, back to that 125 lumens. Once we complete the cycle, if I were to hold this, it's going to go into our low mode next time we turn it on. But if you just click it and click it back on, it'll obviously jump right back into that high mode. So that's all pretty simple. We also have a strobe mode that's outside of the main modes, and pretty quick to access that one as well by just double clicking that side button. Now, if you're sensitive to flashing lights, go ahead and skip forward 15 to 30 seconds, as I am going to demonstrate that strobe mode, and we'll access that again by double clicking. So going to do that now. Whoops. There we go. And so you can see the strobe isn't ultra bright. It's definitely not the 125 lumens. I think it's somewhere between 30 and 125 lumens. This is gonna run for 125 minutes. They don't give you the lumens, but it isn't shocking to look at. This seems like it's something more for signaling than self-dispense. It's not destroying my night vision. It's not ultra bright, but it is very, very noticeable. And so for that reason, I just feel like it's more for signaling than what you'd use a typical strobe for, is kind of like stunning someone's eyes, destroying their night vision, that kind of thing. This one is more kind of utilitarian in that if you're, off on the side of the road and you want to get someone's attention, it's not ultra bright, it's not going to blind anyone, but they'll definitely see you. And so that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of the light itself, I think it's a really impressive light in terms of the output. I like the size a lot. It's perfect for a keychain. In fact, I am going to add it to my keychain after this video and hopefully do a long form test on this. Now, whether or not I make a video on that is really going to depend on how it holds up. If it ends up dying on me or something like that, I'll obviously do an update. But if it performs exactly as you'd expect, may or may not get an update video, maybe just a community post or even an update in the comments section of this video. But let me know what you think of this one down in the comments below. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, or joining the channel as a member, even checking out some of my other videos. They all help the channel out a ton. Now, if you are purchasing this light, definitely consider using my link in the description. It will be an affiliate link. I do use them whenever possible. It helps the channel out at no additional cost to you. But as always, no obligation, only buy it if this is something that you're interested in, you think you're going to use. But appreciate everyone tuning in, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.